Hey everybody, the Long Shot Signatures here. This is my in-person autograph recap of my third day at IMS and the first day of qualifications for the Indy 500. And we did almost as well today as we did Thursday. Thursday we got 80 autographs and today we got 76. Definitely a lot of quality in this one. Got some tough names, some cards I've been trying to get signed for a while, and some items that I have taken the past couple of years to try and get signed, and finally got those taken care of. It was a longer day. It was 8 to 6, so the efficiency wasn't as good as Thursday, but started off really good at the track, and then it really slowed down for a while. Kind of sucked to be there for a little bit, and then it ended chaotically strong. So we'll go ahead and get started here. Definitely have some stories to tell while sharing these. But as per usual, we will go in alphabetical order. First, we got 3 cards of Agustin Canapino. He was out by the Hungos Hollinger Racing Garage, and I had seen him a few times, and I said, heck, I have a few cards of him. Might as well get him signed. He was happy to sign them then. He was not so happy later on in the day, as they had a poor qualifying effort. And at one point, he walked back through Gasoline Alley, still with his helmet and net gear on and everything. Obviously, didn't want to be seen by the cameras or by people and whatnot. And they've got a, black and like lime green color scheme, so he looked like if Darth Vader was sponsored by Monster. So there's a visual for that if you want it. Next one, this guy is such a gracious signer. Saw him multiple times throughout the day, didn't sign all of these all at once, and I think he signed a few more times that I didn't even ask him. But we got 7 trading cards signed by 2-time IndyCar champ Alex Palou. Sorry, my cat's gonna freak out for a second. I apologize, my cat might do that several times this video. But he was so cool to sign all of these cards for me separate times, so I should have every card that I need for the sets, including a replacement for this one, which got smeared the other day. So that's nice. Got a couple of these foil variation cards signed as well. And then I pulled 2 of these mini cards. I don't know exactly how rare they are. I thought they would make one for each driver, but they only made them for Palou. This one is a redback variation, which I'm told is a super short print, but I've also not seen them where it just reads A. Palou on the front and not Alex Palou, Chip Ganassi Racing, or it's the other way around. One of these has a different front than other ones that I've seen, so I don't exactly know what the print run or how rare these cards are, but he signed both of them. Very cool to get those. Finally got this 8x10 signed by Alexander Rossi. It's the only autograph I got of him of the day, but nice one. I've already got all my cards signed. I got my replacement taken care of. Saw him on his cart a lot sooner than most people, so it gave me time to be able to get that out and get that signed. Then we got some custom 4x6s signed. A lot of former drivers were walking around during qualifications in the area that I was at, so really hit some home runs with these. First one is Ari Leyendijk, who gave a fantastic autograph there. Then we have another couple of cards signed here. I have 2 more for this guy. Hopefully I'll be able to get them tomorrow because he is only running the 500 for the rest of the season. No more races as far as I know. Callum Ilott for McLaren. I don't see him out very much. Another 4x6 that we got signed is former IndyCar driver Charlie Kimball. I've got a bunch of signed hero cards of his, and he's got a very recognizable beard, I guess is what you could say. He doesn't grow it out very long, but he shaves it in a particular way, trims it in a particular way, and it's very easy to tell that it's him. Then we got former driver and current owner Chip Ganassi. Then we got, I think it's 4 cards of Christian Lundgaard. If I am missing any cards, it's the base version of this for him. I'm not 100% sure if I already got one of those signed, but I did get the horizontal cards taken care of for the set. And then just because I have so many hero cards of this guy, might as well add another one. Christian Rasmussen, or Rasmussen is what I hear some people say. Then we got 3 hero cards of Connor Daly, who wasn't out and about at his garage as much as he was other days, but he did walk back and forth through Gasoline Alley, so I was able to snag him a couple times. The first person that I met started off the day fantastically, being able to add Dario Franchitti on a hero card that I purchased on eBay. I think this is the first Franchitti autograph I've gotten on an item that actually features him, so that's really nice to add to the collection. Finished off my cards for David Malukas, who again I believe won't sign in blue, so I had him sign in a bronze Sharpie. He really liked the color of it. We got a 4x6 signed by former driver Derek Daly, who is the father of Connor Daly. Couldn't get this guy on Thursday, never saw him at all, but saw him today standing around his garages. He wasn't even in his fire suit yet, but added 3 cards of Ed Carpenter. Shout out to Todd, who I was hanging out with the other day, for giving me that pit pass card. So I was able to add that one. Thank you. I had a lot of really bad luck with this guy until the very end of the day, and he didn't seem to be in a mood to be signing at that time. But I would constantly wait at his garage. He would stand there in his garage talking with people, doing stuff, watching the qualifying. Wouldn't sign for anyone. I'd walk away, and then he'd sign. And I'd come back, and he'd be signing, get my stuff out, he'd stop signing. Come back later, he's signing, get my stuff out, he stopped signing. Finally, at the very end of the day, as there were other drivers walking back from qualifications, he was walking on his phone. I got Connor Daly real quick, chased this guy down, and got 2 signed hero cards of Graham Rahal. So he is generous enough to sign, but it seems like he signs for 60 seconds and then leaves to go do something else. So I got the Indy 500 exclusive. I think it's exclusive. I don't know if he's running this design anywhere else. And also got an older hero card back from the Izod days that I got off of eBay. Finally finished off the cards for this guy. I can stop asking him. I know he avoids signing these cards like the plague. Elio Castroneves, the one that I got signed in blue. Also spotted him later at the end of the day where he was stopping and signing for a bunch of kids, and he hit this 8x10 that I had for last year. Then we have a custom 4x6 signed by Howdy Holmes, who was telling the guy in front of me that the reason he puts the smiley face on his autograph is because he was inspired by Tom Bigelow, who draws the little mouse on his signatures. So that was cool to learn. Got another signed hero card of Jack Harvey. He isn't racing in the 500, but he is still part of Dale Coyne Racing, and he walks out with the team a lot. I mean, he walks everywhere. I probably saw him a dozen times today. But this was the only hero card I had of him. I didn't get an autograph for a while, so I said, screw it, I'll just get another one. Here is a big highlight of the day. The autograph didn't turn out that great, but I'm just glad to get anything at all because of how difficult it was to get this guy. But definitely worth the chase, worth the headache. Got my 1993 Tracks. I think this is a rookie card of Jeff Gordon, who was there in support of Kyle Larson during his qualifying effort. I went to go get another driver, came back, and the dude that I was standing next to was like, hey, Jeff just went into these suites over here, and I saw a couple other people gather, so I was like, okay, he must be onto something. Walked over. They went from him and his security detail went from one suite to another and said, hey guys, we're not signing right now. He's got a meeting, blah, blah, blah. A couple minutes later, he emerged, and then they were originally kind of waving us off like he wasn't going to sign, but Jeff was like, I'll sign, but we got to walk and go. And they kept telling us not to get in front of Jeff, but that was the only way to really get to him. But I handed him my book. He only signed one, and again, he was walking as he was signing this. But very, very glad to get it. Really no other way to get him than, at the track. So very, very cool to get something from one of the goats. Speaking of one of the goats, got these exclusive Parkside cards that you could only get with the purchase of the Indy 500 program of this year. It was on a little page, kind of those like tear out cards. Think like Sports Illustrated for kids. Think like that, but not the cut up ones, the ones that like pop out and everything. He signed 2 of these for me. Mr. Johnny Rutherford, who signed in gold. He didn't seem to mind the gold Sharpie, but I don't think he liked the size of the trading cards, because he is very, very particular about each letter of his signature. So, he did his best on them. And he said he's 86 years old, which he does not look like that. He looks like he's 70. Like, he looks really, really good for an 86-year-old man. So, glad to see he's doing well and still out there just sitting on his cart signing away for people. Bumped into Catherine Legg again, and I had an extra hero card that I grabbed last year, so got that signed. Then we got 2 hero cards of Kyle Kirkwood, one from this year, one from last year. This was the guy I had to chase before getting Jeff Gordon. He avoided going through the main garage area, instead opting to pass through Gasoline Alley and then directly towards the front of the Arrow McLaren garages, but I was able to just get him in time. Kyle Larson. So again, thank you, Todd, for giving me this exclusive Kyle Larson hero card, because I still can't find him. I don't know how you got this, but very, very glad to get that signed. I'm not too worried about my trading cards with Kyle Larson. I've gotten so many of them signed through TTMs in years past, and I know I'm not going to be able to complete most of the sets. I have everything that I need of Kyle, but very glad to get this hero card signed. Then we have 5 trading cards of Marcus Armstrong. First 2 are numbered out of 99. And then we got 3 of his Formula 2 cards of the vehicles. Thought he was going to be a tough one for some reason, but I ended up getting everything that I brought signed, so that was cool. We got a 4x6 signed by Michael Andretti, who I got pretty early in the day. He didn't have a huge crowd. Got 5 cards, and I should be completed with him, of Pato O'Ward. He signed 2 of my 3 vertical cards at the full field session, so I finally got this one. I got a foil variation of his base card. I got one of his helmet hardwares signed, so that was cool. And then I got the 2 horizontal cards. Definitely gave me, it's a full signature because all he signs is his first name, but it's kind of rushed and very big. But either way, they're autographed. Very happy to get those finished. We got a 4x6 of former IndyCar driver Robert Wickens. If you don't know the story about Robert Wickens, he suffered a very serious crash several seasons ago and has been out of IndyCar since. He was paralyzed, I believe, from the waist down. And it was very, very fortunate that he survived that crash. But he has rebounded, is in good health, and even continues to race in a modified race car. Not a modified. They modified the car. There are cars called modified, so I had to make sure to clear up that distinction. But they modified the car so that he could drive it. It's not IndyCar or anything like that. It's not open wheel. But he still races. I think he's even won some races. mainly like endurance stuff like that. And it looks like he is working with Andretti Global as part of their team. So I'd seen him around quite a bit, but I didn't want to bother him too much. But finally, there was a point where he was kind of there talking with some people, and so I asked him to sign, and he was very, very kind about it. Probably the angriest autograph I got all day, Romain Grosjean. Probably shouldn't have asked him to sign this because he was very, very mad about his qualifying effort. I just saw that he was walking by and I pulled one out. I was like, Romain, can you sign this? And he was cool enough to do so. But then afterwards, someone asked, so how are you? And he's like, we effing sucked out there. So he was not happy. But still kind enough to him to sign. His autograph is very, very hit or miss most of the time anyway, so not too bad. Then we got, I think, 5 total autographs of Ryan Hunter-Reay. So I finished off my Parkside cards of him. Got this year's hero card. And then at the very end of the day, I was able to add these 2 older hero cards that I purchased off of eBay and that I don't already have in my collection. So that's pretty cool. We got another Santino Ferrucci hero card. This one I think is from the Sancio Grand Prix. They didn't have any of the AJ Foyt team cards out today, so I wasn't able to grab another of the USA one. I don't think I have any others, but was able to get him after one of his qualifying runs. If I haven't finished this guy's cards for my set, then the one that I am missing is his standard vehicle card. But got 2 cards at the very end of the day of Scott Dixon. Signed both of these in blue. Then we got 3 cards, including one that I was really, really excited to get, of Scott McLaughlin. So the first one here is his helmet hardware. Then we got a foil variation of his base card. And then, while he didn't give the greatest autograph in the world, it's still something. Got his numbered out of 10 Indy 500 vehicle card signed. So that one is in a top loader. Very, very cool to get that one. Got my first jumbo box topper card signed. I think I had 4 of them, but got one signed today of Stingray Rob. Also got a hero card. And yes, I presented one that was unsigned and asked him to autograph it. Then this guy is the last one I got during the day, and he was 3 of my last 4 signings because I did not see him at all on Thursday, barely saw him at all today. The first time I saw him, I actually saw Elio first, and he was in a really good mood. That's when I got him to sign my trading card. But this guy came up and was congratulating him. I'm like, oh, I need to go after that guy after I get Elio. Went after him, and then saw that he was signing for a group of people. I'm like, all right, cool, I'm finally going to get him. Hopped on his cart, and he left. And I was like, oh, crap. That may have been my one shot. I don't know. Then after qualifications, there was a whole mob of different drivers coming through, getting autographs from them. Saw this guy again. I was like, okay, I have to get him now. I'm going to run after him if I have to. And so I did. And he signed 3 cards for me then. Then he started signing for a group of people, got back in line, got a hero card. Then as I was about ready to leave the track, I went by his pit again. He was doing an interview, so waited, and it worked out because I now have all 5 cards and an exclusive hero card signed by the one and only Takuma Sato. So super, super happy and relieved to finally get something from him and to get all of them within like an hour of each other. Normally, I won't go back to the same driver within the same signing session, sometimes even within an hour if they sign multiple times, just so that I don't get recognized and everything, and out of respect for them, want to let other fans get there. But I have had such a tough time finding this dude, so Got 6 items from him to end the day, and he was kind enough to sign all of them. So very, very happy with how that turned out. So all in all, a good day. We'll see what tomorrow brings. I'm not sure how many more trading cards I'm going to bring. Definitely going to bring the ones that I need for the set. Not sure how many extras I'm going to bring. I've still got a bunch of hero cards I got to get signed, but it seems like the drivers that I have hero cards for are nowhere to be found. Don't ask me how it's working like that. But either way, very, very happy with the results today. Let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys for watching. I really appreciate it. It helps me out a lot. Best luck with your guys' collecting. Take care.